See the bottom for the nitty-gritty. As said, I'm a regular guy, albeit really intelligent. I understand a lot about technology, but I am not familiar with all the projector terminology, so I'm going to write this for normal people because there is a ton of highly technical data about the Pro. Hey. The LG had 1400 to 1500 ANSI lumens and the sun comes right into my house between 1 to 6 p.m. and I have blackout curtains that still couldn't illuminate all the ambient light. My living room, dining room, and kitchen are also combined in an open floor plan type setup. So the dining/kitchen lights created a ton of ambient light that I tried to control using down-facing lights instead of up-facing, etc. Setup: it's a big box. Someone said old PCR size, but it's a little bigger and definitely heavier. The weight is good though, it keeps it from moving when you need to change an input or plug a new one in, and it's not impossible to move. I tried it on the floor, I tried it on the box it came with. Photo 4, don't pay attention to the projector quality on that photo, it doesn't do it justice. I tried it on a side table. The higher you place it, the smaller the photo will be, and you'll need the box closer to the wall. I like my picture big and am still just using the white wall, so it's back on the floor and at about 15 inches from the wall it's creating a huge picture up to the ceiling. I'm sure it's upwards of the 150 inches advertised. I turned it on and it required a 600 megabytes firmware update immediately, which took about 10 minutes. I have 1 gigabyte internet speed. But after it auto-rebooted, the picture had white noise like crazy when it turned back on. I was scared, but then I rebooted it and it was fine. Settings: you read the menu is not great, and it's not, but that's pretty much all projectors. Set aside a few hours for your initial setup and just go through it all. Once it's set up you really don't have to do it again. There's 2 settings menus, one from the home screen, where apps, inputs, etc. all are, and one accessible while you are watching video. The one while watching video is obviously much more convenient, and probably came from an update because I read before you couldn't see the picture while adjusting, which is true in the home screen settings menu. The issue with the menu while watching the video is that you can't adjust the audio at all, though the included instructions say you can, so maybe it's incoming in a future update. Like I said, I'm no pro. So I adjusted a few times and settled on a setup. Options: HDMI SEC is a huge issue with many people online. It didn't work, now it works for some, but SEC off still doesn't work for some. I have a Chromecast Ultra connected and SEC on works, but make sure your boot to input option is set to the input you want SEC to use, otherwise it won't work. It's an option in the home screen display settings. SEC off doesn't fully work, it turns the Chromecast off but the projector length stays on. I think it might have to do with the double remote button. Also, other reviewers mention you need to turn SEC/HDMI to 0 on for each input. It's the same for image settings, you'll need to go to each input and set it the way you want it. And that's great because you might like it different ways for different devices. Features: the Harman Kardon sound is great, albeit a bit bassy and not enough treble. If you love Dolby Surround, whatever is most current, obviously it won't be enough. If you prefer a more minimalist approach, it's outstanding considering what TV and projector speakers usually are. I hate that I'm not using the HK sound, and the only reason I'm not is because I have a smart home and there is no connection to Google Assistant with the VAVA, so I hooked the Google Home Max up to it to control the volume with my voice. The picture? Yeah, it's amazing. I hear it's even better on a legit Pro-type screen. Look at photo 3, you can see the complexion imperfections on Gal Gadot's neck and Wonder Woman, as if there are any imperfections on Gal Gadot. You'll need actual HDR/4K content to fully submerge, and all I had was 1080p content, which looked just as good on my LG. Netflix has an Ultra HD plan for $13.99 per month, if you want to go simple and like Netflix. Click link in description for more reviews.